Hello CNG 128 students, this is Professor Hisham, and I will show you in this video as part of this series to help you start your group projects for the course. I will show you in this video how to, for especially the traffic engineer, how to deal with the traffic equilibrium spreadsheet. So similar to the big other spreadsheet for the cash flow analysis, it has a lot of numbers, but again, it's things that are already there, and you need to do or deal little or few of them. So it's the same concept. You have here some tables with the data that you need from the product description document. No, don't change these. This is the input for you, and then the yellow highlighted cells here are the things that you will change. There are things that are fixed for whatever the design is for. So if you're picking route 1, this is route 1. If you're designing for 2 lanes, then this will be the same. But there are values here that change because every year you need to evaluate the traffic and track and locate the equilibrium of the traffic at this year. So these are always the same for the same scenario, and then while you're moving over the years, these values here change. So what you need to do is moving back and forth, which I will show in another video, between this sheet and the overall cash flow analysis sheet, and everyone here is working as a team to pass on numbers and pass back other results. So let's see here. So we'll see here. This is route 1, 2 lanes. You have also similar picks here and chooses whatever is following your scenario. Then you have here. You need to indicate here if any one of the toll road or the public road is following or is under rehabilitation work, which will result in reducing the size or the number of lanes. So let's say here we have at 1 year there is rehabilitation in the public, and there is no rehabilitation schedule at this year, which actually the year here you need also to select and tell the spreadsheet what year you are considering for this traffic equilibrium analysis. So for year 1 it's the 10,000 that to start with, and then while you're moving here 37, it just calculates here what is the growth and traffic and the traffic equilibrium at this year. Alright, so this is the rehabilitation here at what the year you're considering, and just you need to mention here which year you are considering here. So let's say I'm considering the 37th year. And then one thing also need to get from the toll road operator from the big spreadsheet is M factor, which is representing the road condition, which affects the decisions of the drivers to take which road. So the road condition can take, or M value here, from 1 or and up. So here I'm just keeping these values here as an example, but you need to get these from the previous year, the road condition at the end of the previous year. I will show you this in the other video. Let's say the toll road here is $10. And what you will do now is analyzing or finding the equilibrium point. And the instructions to do this are in this document that is given to you. So I will just show you here quickly in this video how to perform this analysis. But before that, the analysis is done using Excel Solver. So Excel Solver is just add on or add into the Excel. If you are using Windows, then you need to look for File, and then Options, and then Add-ins, and then look for Microsoft Solver or Solver add-in. If it is not here, then follow the instructions and add it. And once you add this, so I already added here, but once you add it, you will have access to it in the data. Right? So we'll see how to deal with the solver. Now, before using the solver, you need to look at the traffic here and give a hint to the solver for the solution that they will look for. So one thing here, you need to initialize the analysis is by dividing equally this number, roughly. You don't have to calculate the perfect split between them equally, but let's say this is 17,000, so let's say now it's 8,500 each, just roughly, just to give close to the point of the equilibrium, so that the solver will not spend a lot of time to search for it. Now, once you're done with this splitting equally, now you need to go to the solver. One thing I forgot to mention, this is a Windows environment, so if you're dealing with the Mac Excel, you will follow similar instructions, but I'm not giving it because usually civil engineers deal with Windows, but it's just a simple search for add solver to Mac Excel, and this is one of the videos that I will share the link to it, but there are a lot of things that will guide you if you're using Mac. So once you split the traffic before using the solver, use the solver now, and it's all set to you. If you know solver, you just set objective and different variables, but regardless, if you don't know solver, just need to say solve. So once you say solve, on watch the numbers here changing. Now it says you there are a solution found, just say okay, and now this is the point of equilibrium. So considering that you have a closed lanes on the public road and you have $10 toll, this is the expected traffic in each one of the public and the private road. Just to make sense here, the traffic equilibrium means that every driver driving in any route from the point of origin to destination will experience the same equivalent travel time, which is TA and TB. Here you see they are equal, which is the equilibrium point. So just a couple of things to give you checks here. This table here, you don't have to deal with it, but it shows you the numbers for the equilibrium curves or the traffic. So this is the function for the traffic at road B, the traffic at road A with respect to the traffic going through A. So this is the equivalent travel time, and you see here they are intersecting at somewhere between what 9,000. So if you look at the table here, you look at the difference between TA and TB, that is flipping from a sign to another sign. So it's flipping here. Let's zoom here. Between these 2 points. So the equilibrium point is between 9,000 and 9,500 for TA. I'm sorry, XA, the volume of traffic going through the private road. So which is actually the number we got. So the equilibrium happens at 9,074 vehicles going through your toll road. So once you're done with this analysis here, you as a traffic engineer, you copy these values and put them in the bigger life cycle analysis spreadsheet, and this will be done for this year, and then another cycle will happen that the toll road will keep track now of the traffic and update the road condition, and then pass back to you the road condition that you consider for the next year. So now if you dealt already with 37, you move to 38 and keep track of these numbers, and if there's any rehabilitation, and then do this analysis again. So it's very simple spreadsheet to use, and again, deal with the yellow parts here, the solver part, and you should be fine. It should be straightforward. So thank you, and have fun also with this spreadsheet.